Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Seafoam aerosol spray on your engines. So this is what the bottle looks like. This is the aerosol spray. It does come with a little tube. The tube will have a bend in it, but I actually cut mine because I will only be using this for small engine applications. So we're going to be using this in my Toro weed whacker. So what you're first going to want to do is go out, start up your piece of equipment, run it for a good 15-20 minutes, just get it all nice and warm up to operating temperatures. Alright, so I've ran this engine for about 15 to 20 minutes. It's all nice and hot. It's ready to go. Now I'm going to explain to you what we're going to be doing first before I do so, as it may be hard to hear me with the noise of the engine. You obviously do this while the engine is running. So you're first going to want to start by taking off your air filter cover, and once you've done that, you're going to want to start up the machine and get your Seafoam spray ready, and you're going to want to hold the throttle wide open, WOT, wide open throttle, and spray the Seafoam into the carburetor venturi. That way it goes into the engine and the engine will start smoking. This is normal. This is the cleaning process. And what this does is it cleans out any carbon deposits, any varnish, cleans off your spark plug beautifully, as I found out with using the liquid Seafoam that you mix with your fuel. And anyways, after that, you're going to want to spray it into the carburetor venturi until the engine starts to bog down. Then stop spraying, let the engine go back up to the top RPMs, then continue spraying, then stop again. Do this about 5 times until you've reached the 5th time. Don't stop spraying. Let the engine choke itself out with Seafoam. No, I'm not wearing gloves for my safety. I'm wearing gloves because it is extremely cold out. We are in November and it is around 2 degrees Celsius. That's around the low 30s in Fahrenheit. So take off the air filter as well. May not be necessary. This model, it is not necessary to remove the air filter, but on certain models it may be. So we'll start it up, let it idle for a little bit. We'll grab our can of Seafoam and we'll let it do its magic. And there we go. That's it. Now we're going to let it sit for around 15 to 20 minutes and we'll come back and we'll see what happens. Now I've just realized that you may not have been able to see that completely well in the clip. Right here is your carburetor venturi. You can see the slide that moves and opens up to allow the fuel and the air to go into the engine. Now sometimes they will have a butterfly valve, but on this model it is a rotary valve style carburetor. Now that's where you would spray your Seafoam. You'd stick your nozzle into there, not too far, just enough, and spray it into the engine. Alright, so I just went out and did some leaf blowing with my Echo PB250, and it's been around 30 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start it up. What I like to do first though, is I like to reinstall the air filter, just to be sure that any dirt and debris does not enter the engine. Some people, they say, oh, when you're using this, don't put your air filter back on until you've restarted the unit. Personally, I've never experienced a problem starting it when putting the air filter back on. So you tighten that back up. It's in the on position. Remember, no choke. The engine already has enough fuel in there. Does not need to be on a choke cycle. Give it full throttle as well, and give it a pull. It's going to be smoking a lot. I like to let it idle for a little bit so that the Seafoam is actually still in the engine and working its way through the engine. Some people do the full throttle technique, but I just like to let it idle for a little bit. Now at this point, you're going to want to go take your equipment out and give it a bit of running time to ensure that all the seafoam has burned its way through the engine. So that's how you seafoam an engine. Seafoam has very many different purposes. A cleansing purpose, just like I showed you here. And if you want to keep up with that cleansing purpose, you can also use the liquid. I use 2 ounces of seafoam to a little bit over 1 gallon. Well, you can use it per 1 gallon, which is 3.87 liters. I use it per 4 liters because I am in Canada and I do use the metric measuring system. Also, it's great for fogging your engines for storage. And it's just a great multi-purpose lubricant as well, similar to like a WD-40, but it has a lot more uses. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was another video by Pimpin' Pens. Peace out, guys.